If you've been watching The Chef Knows the past few years, you know that I love to give a good history lesson. Today's subject, Oktoberfest. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about food and great beer. Well, here's the real history. In 1810, to honor Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig's marriage to Princess Theresa, they had a party, they had a festival. And it was such a success, they decided to do it the next year. Well, 200 years later, they're still celebrating this marriage. Celebration? Yeah, they're doing it at the Balboa Bay Club and Resort as well. Chef Joseph has put together a menu reminiscent of the first wedding party 200 years ago, and they've added beer. Wie geht's? We've made it outside. The chef has prepared an incredible menu for Oktoberfest. The problem is that I'm going to need some help because I'm looking at the menu and I cannot pronounce any of these dishes, so let's take them one at a time. Oktoberfest, the first cabin here at the Balboa Bay Club and Resort in beautiful Newport Beach. Chef, take me through it.
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's? Peter, wie geht's? Okay, here we have a couple very favorite appetizers we serve in Deutschland. One is the Rollmops. Rollmops is a herring, and it's filled with onions and apples and sour cream. And then also we have here, which is a wonderful dish, is ein geräucherter Hering. It's Henry's favorite. I gotta put it on the menu. Henry says so, I put it on the menu. Kalbsrammschnitzel is ein veal scallopini, and it's braised in mushrooms, quickly seared, and a little cognac infusion and cream. Actually an Oktoberfest favorite, Kalbsrammschnitzel.
Now, how do you say wonderful in German?
Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Oh, delicious.
Wunderbar.
Schweinshaxen.
I don't know, but it sounds
Schweinshaxen is...
The way you articulate the names of these dishes just makes me even hungry.
I think a Schweinshaxen, you gotta taste it. It's a pork, almost like a pork ossobuco, but it's the pork shank. It's roasted to tenderness, and it's served classical with red cabbage and sauerkraut, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that good?
This is a dish to order. That is so good.
Eine Rindsroulade. You know, Rindsroulade, it's braised with that wonderful vegetables, little rosemary, thyme, bay leaves, and it's braised in on juice.
But what is it?
And it's filled with bacon, pickles, and vegetables.
Yep,
A bread
right
dumpling. And it's cooked beautiful tender in chicken stock. It's braised pork in a paprika stew, paprika goulash actually you want to call it. Veal Kalbsbratwurst we call it. Very nice.
Okay.
You gotta have a taste.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's a winner. Well, we learned a lot about food, about Oktoberfest. Now it's time to talk about beverages. Sure, Oktoberfest, I think about beer. Right now I'm with the Assistant Executive Director and the Food and Beverage Director of the Balboa Bay Club and Resort here in Newport Beach. First Cabin Restaurant is having Oktoberfest all October long. Dieter, tell us about Oktoberfest, what's happening here at the First Cabin, plus something that I like to talk about, beer. And you brought us some beers.
Oktoberfest beer is a very special beer that is brewed typically, it's a style of beer, it's brewed in March usually, and so it's called out of the Märzen, which stands for March. That's the month of März, is the month of March in Germany. And the beer is traditionally brewed a little bit in a higher alcohol content and just a little bit more of a malt content to it in order to be able to be aged throughout the summertime. And that beer is typically released in the end of September, end of summer, September to October. So it's called out of the Märzen or the Oktoberfest beer. Very tasty beer, like I said, a little darker and amber color usually. The Oktoberfest, the beer that we like to go and think goes best with our food and the food that Chef Joseph produces. So I invite you to come down to the Balboa Bay Club and enjoy a nice lunch or dinner. We have the Oktoberfest specials for both meal periods, and we have it paired, like I said, with good beer. And it's the best Oktoberfest that you can have in Southern California. I'm being German, I test it all out, and I have to tell you, it's good stuff.
All right, let's test the beer.
Good. Cheers. Prost.
Prost.
In Germany.
Peter Dills signing off for KJLA TV and The Chef Knows at the Balboa Bay Club and Resort, First Cabin Restaurant in Newport Beach.